Hello there, fellow submitters. Mad Dog HT here. We're doing another path for the 7 for 7 Carina challenge. This is the team we're going to bring. Those are the champs I had access to. And if I were to do anything different, I would have not brought Falcon. I overlooked the thing where the ability accuracy on his locked on is going to turn off the live wire. So this has got Thunderstruck, where you need to do shocks to do big damage, and if you're not doing shocks, the shock damage is obviously not there, and then your just regular damage is not there. It's like 10% damage, so you need to have shocks. It's got right back at it, where you will make the defender immune to debuffs when you knock him down, which you got to keep that in mind, because you need shocks active. And then it's got redoubled determination, and the redoubled is obviously going to give them more power. So first up, we're just going to try Hulkbuster, because Hulkbuster does have access to shocks, but it is on his heavy knockdown, so technically he doesn't have access to shocks on this fight. And probably another champ, now that I remember this fight, another champ that I would not bring is probably Hulkbuster. So he gets armor ups, and then he reduces ability accuracy. And you can see we're 21 hits in, and we haven't got one shock from Livewire. Now we are going to get some, but I think besides just RNG, there we go, 26 hits, not a single shock. Besides RNG, the ability accuracy reduction from the armor ups is impacting us getting the live wire shocks. And then and the other thing is so I've gone to special 3, and the thing is if you don't know this, special 3 is kind of a weird mechanic. So it does count as a knockdown. You can see I do have a shock active, but look how much damage I do. I do like no damage. And why is that? It's because the immunity on the knockdown, it is applied during the special 3. So that shock that I had active, it goes away, and therefore I do 10% damage and not the extra damage. So just keep that in mind. Special 3 is not the way to go. Maybe not even throwing many specials is the way to go. If you have multi-hit specials, special 1 or special 2, that's better. You can see Hulkbuster's special 1 did almost nothing, simply because it immediately knocks him down, removes the shocks, and then you do no damage. Now you're going to see I'm going to go to special 2, and that is going to do damage with shocks up, because I'm going to have the first few hits doing damage with shocks, and then the last hit is the one that's going to get the knockdown, the immunity, and minimal damage. So just kind of keep that in mind with who you're picking. If you have somebody that does passive shocks, they're going to be awesome, because they're going to stick around. Like we have Shuri, who does have passive shocks, and that's going to bypass that. Look at that, the first hit in that one of those hits was 59 and 29,000. So if you use Hulkbuster, do the special 2s and hope that you have some shocks when that's active, and if you do that, he'll work. He's not bad per se, but he's maybe not ideal for this lane. And I think we're gonna get a shock. There, we get a shock, and this is gonna finish. We're gonna finish this dude off, maybe. Yes, throw. There we go. All right, so Stryfe's down. Long fight, 110 hits, couple minutes. Next up, we got Guillotine. So I'm gonna take this one with Gamora. Gamora's awesome for Guillotine because she can bypass the miss once she's at 8 buffs. So we are going to use that to our advantage. And we're going to try not to knock her down too much, if at all possible. Ideally, we kind of want to push her to the special 2. We'll get the Phantasm, we'll get the heal reversal, but we're only getting 2 -2 per tick or whatever on the heal reversal from willpower. So it's not that big of a deal. You can see I did the heavy knockdown, so we don't have any shocks, but I want to try to get enough buffs active, which is just, I just need 8, and then I can bypass miss, and then I don't really need to knock her down. But I do need to do a heavy to refresh. So yeah, if I were to do this again, I probably would have just tried to refresh like once every couple cycles and then just do a lot of hitting and get a lot of buffs and not have to worry about refreshing as much, and then just hit and probably not do any specials. Although the first hit on that special 2 hit pretty hard. The second didn't hit hard at all because the shock is gone on the knockdown. But yeah, we're gonna try to get this girl down. Utilize the relic to extend your combos. We got no shocks. I'm like, come on, give me some shocks. There's a shock. We have enough buffs so we don't have to worry about her going invisible. And we try to kill her. And we do 230k plus crits on that special 2, and she did a pretty solid job. Probably could have played it a little bit different, a little bit better, but a minute and a half, it's not too bad. And I don't know. For me, Guillotine 2099 is one of those defenders that are just annoying to me. When I play her, for whatever reason, I often have issues parrying and whatnot. But whatever. So next up, we got this Punisher. And we're going to go up, and I believe we're going to take this Punisher with Shuri. And we're going to have to worry about a Redoubled. But we can get a lot of passive shocks on, which is what is going to be ideal for a lot of this path. So Shuri's great. I haven't used her yet, but she could probably do almost every one of these fights. You're going to see one that doesn't go so well. It's the next one with the DragonMan. So I'm trying to get this guy to throw a special. I would prefer him to just to throw special ones if possible. And we can block, Redoubled is going to give him extra attack, but Shuri's block proficiency is pretty dang awesome. And here we throw the special 1, and we lose all of those regular shocks, but because we got some critical passes, we can turn those into critical shocks, and those are going to stick around as long as we refresh. We can refresh with a heavy or a special 1, and I'm just going to keep doing that. We do need this dude to throw a special though. We do need him to throw a special. There we go. And because we got those passives, we can do decent damage, decent 15k crits on the mediums. Yeah, that's pretty decent. And then ideally we want to not hit him as he's about to die, so that way he doesn't get his endurance life-saving indestructible ability. If he just dies from the shocks, he can't get it. And there we go. So that was a pretty simple fight. I'm like, all right, Shuri's doing pretty good. Next up, we have this DragonMan. And DragonMan, with the Redoubled and the immunity, with not being able to parry and turn off his power gain, was annoying. I'm going to end up dying to this fight because I think he ends up going to special 3 and just annihilating me. I'm trying to think if I get hit. I think I might get hit a little bit in this fight too. You can get some willpower healing from blocking his special 1 and getting the ineptitude debuffs on you. There's just a lot of power in this fight, and I'm not sure who I would use instead, but Shuri, it just felt like the power gain was a little bit too much, and for whatever reason this dude did not want to throw. He wasn't very willing to throw. Yeah, so I get special 3 right out the gate, and then I think I'm gonna get cornered. He's gonna be unblockable. I think he's unstoppable as well. And we're gonna get, yeah. And try to dex some of that. Alright, we are trying to get out of the corner. There we go. Yeah, we don't die right away. He's got a bunch of those power gains there. We turn him off. But I'm just trying to get this guy to throw, and it's just not happening. There we go. Throws there. I don't know. The AI just didn't feel like the normal DragonMan. So now he's got a power charge buff. I can't parry him to knock it off because I just knocked him down. There, we knocked him over. We parried him there. We're in the corner. All right. And I get hit there. I'm not sure how I got hit there, but I did. He's unblockable, and that's it. You start getting hit in the corner with his little cornered ability, you just take so much damage. So that kind of sucked. I mean, sure, he can do that fight, yes. But, I don't know. So we're going to go with Falcon. So I haven't used Falcon yet. And then in this fight, it shows Falcon is not great for this path. Because if you do locked on like this, you cannot get new shocks while the locked on is on. The ability accuracy turns off the chance to get those shocks from Livewire, and you want those shocks from Livewire. So you can see I'm hitting, didn't get any, and I think I recognized that in that, and I'm like, okay, so here we go. We got one shock, but then again, it's a one hit on that critical hit. It takes off the shock and do no damage. Special 1's not going to do any damage because it doesn't. The damage comes from the bleeds. Special 3's not going to do any damage because, again, the shock's going to come off during the Special 3 animation and you're not going to get damage for it. So there's I don't know. He's not a good option. So it's going to be a kind of a long fight, and I'm basically trying not to trigger the lockdown, but you can see just like blocking the special, I trigger the lockdown, and now I can't get any specials, and I'm doing Zippo, nada, no damage, 262. Yeah. So they're 15k and then 1200. There was a little bit of damage on that first hit because I did crit. But if you don't crit, then your specials are not going to do a lot. Again, we're locked on. We're not going to get any shocks. And I don't know, this fight was just a lot bit annoying. Definitely want somebody that has more hits. I think somebody like Titania would be really solid because you got the suppressions. And I think I would just go for the special 2 every so often. The suppressions will help keep power gain in check. You should get some decent damage off the special 2 because you got several hits. Do that when the shock is up. Yeah. And you got the indestructibles too. So like if you had to eat a special 3, you might be able to time it and get it indestructible. Here again, I'm just getting hit in the face. Lovely. Need this guy to throw, and I need to not trigger locked on. And I do trigger locked on. So long and annoying fight here. Don't bring Falcon. Don't bring Falcon, but you're gonna see I'm gonna use Falcon on another fight because that's what I had planned on bringing for one of the fights, and I end up taking it better because I could deal with not getting locked on. But this one, it's not a great fight to not do locked on. You can see there I pumped the block so I didn't get the locked on trigger, and then I can't get any shocks. I'm in assassin's range, which is also potentially turning off shocks, which is super annoying. There we do get a shock, 2 shocks, And I threw the special 2. I should have just comboed him. And we get like no damage again. And then guess what? We just activated lockdown again from a special 2. Are you annoyed yet? I'm super annoyed just redoing this fight. Hopefully you've just skipped over it. If not, thank you. Thank you for sticking around and enjoying some pain with me. Throw the special 2. We gotta get a parry, take off that power charge. There we go. Pump the block. Don't get the locked on. Use the relic. Okay, no, he's dead. Finally, he's dead. All right, next up, we got this Psycho Man, and I think I use Gamora, if I remember right. Get the class advantage. Yep. No, Hulkbuster? Yeah, okay, Gamora. Good job. Gamora's better. And, you know, we just gotta make sure we don't do anything stupid with his 3 abilities with, you know, blocking and throwing specials, giving him power gain and getting concussions on us and whatnot. And I think this one we just try not to knock him down very much. And if we're gonna throw a special, gotta do it when shocks are up, and preferably it be the special 2 so we can get some good crits on the first ones. And there we go, we got 21, 21, and then 14. Last hit is not gonna do anything because it's gonna get rid of the shocks. So overall, that wasn't too bad. We got some cruelties, we got some furies up, we got a shock up, and we just need to hit. I go and refresh my stuffs. Probably didn't need to do that, but whatever. There we go. Shocks. We're getting damage. I think I might throw a special 1 here because the special 2 is gonna be. Special 2 is controlled, and oh yeah, we end up giving him power gain because we threw the special when he's got that little yellow Psycho Man ability up. I don't remember what they're called, but check this out. Remember that 1% bug? Look at that, 1%. I think we're at 1%. Maybe we're at 2%, but we're gonna get some adrenaline here in a second because we gotta get like off an intercept. No, we got 2%. There we go. Get some adrenaline. Really could use a shock. Didn't get a shock. Come on, give us a shock. There we go, and we finish him off. It's a close one. All right, so I brought Falcon for this fight specifically. But after I had fought that DragonMan, I was rethinking. I'm like, you know what? I was like, I can play this dude without doing locked on, and I can play it better than how we did the DragonMan. So I fight this dude a lot in AQ. Pretty comfortable with getting him to special 2 and baiting that. And you can see we also have the Redoubled Determination, which is going to help us get him to special 2 more frequently. Now we just need him to throw it. There we go. Because I prefer him to throw the special 2 over the special 1. Special 1's dexable and all that, but yeah. Come on, shocks. Where's the shocks? Alright, we got no crit on the first hit, which is unfortunate. Second hit didn't do much, but you know, we're doing some solid damage once we get those shocks up. Striker does a ton of damage. Here we go. We're gonna keep comboing this dude. Block bait, openings, keep those shocks going. Do I throw another special 2? Maybe I do. I parried him. Not ideal. We're gonna have to knock him down. I prefer to knock him, if I accidentally parry, I prefer to knock him down before he gets to a special 1 so that we can deal with the reverse controls here. And those lasted not too long, which is good. And yeah, bait his heavies, and then just kind of go to town. So you can see I haven't locked on once this fight. Don't have to block as much. You know, with the DragonMan fight, it felt like you kind of just get blocking, particularly from the special too. Alright, we got a relic. Keep hitting, keep hitting. Yeah, don't go for the special. Good, don't go for the special. So you see you just get more damage when that shock is up. And just forget about knocking them down. And you're pretty much good to go. Come on, there we go. Now we got a shock. We should be able to finish them off here, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, path is done. Kind of annoying path. Would I do this path again? Maybe. I can't remember why I chose this one. If there might be an easier path. But I felt like this one was going to be fairly simple. It wasn't as simple as I would hope. Remember, click the skip choice node. Don't swap anybody out, even for a 7-star for a 7-star. It won't count for the 7 for 7 challenge. And we're going to go up against not Sorcerer. Where we're going to go up against Symbiote Supreme. It's got Ebb and Flow knockdown, Steady Perseverance to give him a stun immunity, Feats of Power, and I can't remember what that last one was. The other two, Titania can do them as well. I didn't want to deal with the Special Chaos inversion, so I didn't go with Strange, and definitely can do the Sorcerer Supreme as well. But we're just gonna go over to Symbiote, and you're gonna see how well Titania does. I was debating which one do I do, and Symbiote Supreme's, I think, probably the easiest one for somebody like Titania, where you can just heavy spam them in the corner. Oh yeah, ability. So you can't modify his ability. So like petrifies and stuff can't lock Symbiote down, but he doesn't gain power very fast. So basically my strat here is to pound him over to the corner and then just heavy until I get to special 3, and preferably get the special 3 with the Ebb and Flow knockdown fury. But you can see here the Ebb and Flow knockdown fury is combined with the regular fury, so I can't really see when it's going to come up. There, it just came up and refreshed, and I just knocked him back down. You see I'm just spamming heavies, and then I'm going to back off, let him throw that, and then I'm going to chain my heavy, cancel it into special 3. That's going to give me the double debuffs, ton of damage. I think in the middle of all this haymaker with heavy spamming him, the Ebb and Flow comes back there, right there, and takes away all my debuffs. So we kind of lose some damage there. Had I timed that a little bit later, we would have potentially even killed him on the one time. But here we go, back to another special. You can see that the staggers are, he's only thrown 2 special ones, and the staggers have gotten rid of his stun immunity. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because guess what? Right here, he dead. I don't think he survives this. No, he does survive it. Barely. Heavy. Solo. So pretty easy solo there with Titania. Hope you have her. She is just absolutely amazing. Love her. My favorite 7-star champion on my roster. Claim your shards. Don't go to the finish. Save your energy. And just exit. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.